Profit Lifestyle Call is a call of culture. It is a culture of fun, family, and financial freedom. You are in the right place at the right time, and I sure hope you invited someone to listen on the call today, not just today, but every day, so they can be a part of the great movement that you are a part of in this world. Well, family, this is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, One Star, Pastor Del Wafer. The line is open. You know how we do it. Go right ahead, introduce yourself, and let us know where you're calling in from.
Southern Cal.
Southern Cal is opening up the call for us this morning. How are you doing, lady?
I am doing well, thank you, and you?
I am doing great. You know what? We got some rain here in the nation's capital this morning, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm loving every drop of it.
Gladys from Houston, Texas.
Hi, Gladys from Houston, Texas. Welcome to the call. Good to have you here this morning.
Good. Deanna Jackson, Florida.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Ms. Jackson. How are you? Welcome to the call. Go right ahead, family. Keep it going.
Don Joseph, Emeryville, California.
All right, Mr. Joseph. What's going on in California, man? You're not that quiet. We still hear you.
We're ready to go.
Welcome, sir. Good to have you here this morning.
Greg Grotnex, Reno, Nevada.
All right, Gregory. How's it going? How's it going in Reno?
Oh, outstanding. Got any better, I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I understand you. I understand exactly what you're saying. Welcome to the call. Come on, family, who's with us. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself.
Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning, Samantha. How are you, singing bird?
Oh, I'm good. Getting ready for my son's graduations, both of them.
Oh, boy, I know you are so proud of him.
Oh, I'm proud of them. They come a long way with autism. They come a long way.
Wow. Well, give him the 10 family congratulations for me, please.
I will.
Good to have you here. Well, family who is with us, go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Keisha in Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Well, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. But, you know, we're going to be coming to New York pretty soon to be there to support Ainsley and Sabrina and Vincent. Looking forward to meeting you.
Same here.
Good to have you here. Thank you for calling in this morning.
All right.
Well, family who is with us, go right ahead.
Good morning, Paul Jackson from Heights, Maryland.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson. How are you this morning?
Magnificent day, liquid sunshine.
A beautiful day indeed. That's right, a beautiful day indeed.
Good morning. Terry from Chino Hills.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? I heard Maureen, executive founding member, calling in. Mercedes-Benz winner. How are you, Miss Maureen Smith? And I'm Terry from Chino Hills, California. Hey, Terry, how are you?
Good. Where's Kevin Vaughn? I want to welcome to the future.
Welcome to the future. Is that Kevin Vaughn, or is there somebody speaking on his behalf?
No, I spoke on him. I said, where is he?
Where is Kevin? Look, I know wherever Kevin is. Kevin is making it happen. Wherever he is, he's making it happen.
All callers are muted.
Put down this morning. It's a beautiful morning. Here in the nation's capital, we do have some rain. But we're enjoying every bit of it because we have our little spray so we can sunshine up on the inside. Well, like I like to say on this Tuesday, I like to say welcome to Talk to People Tuesday. Why is this Talk to People Tuesday? Well, you want to go out there and talk to them about what you're doing. You want to go out there and talk to them about the many testimonies that you're hearing each and every day as a result of our vitamin sprays. And you want to talk to them because you want to invite them to a TTP, a 10 tasting party that is taking place somewhere in your neighborhood, somewhere within your region. I mean, TTPs, family, listen, they are popping up around the globe. I'm talking about each and every day. Each and every day there is a TTP going on somewhere. It used to be TTPs on Thursdays, but now they are in such demand. We actually have to have a TTP every day of the week, because people are running and they're trying to find out what in the world is going on in Team Effort Network. How in the world are people getting the results that they're getting from these sprays, and how come I don't know anything about it? And the TTP is where they can come to find out about it. So I'm going to step right here and bring on my business partner, Pastor Del Wafer, because he's going to be at a lot of these TTPs all this week, as well as myself, and we can't attend to them all at the same time. So we have to split up twin. You have to go to some on one end of town. I have to go to some on the other. What's going on with all these TTPs, sir?
Well, I know we had so many people just at the last minute. It was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. They just start popping up, and you know you have a number of teams that just caught fire, and they're just doing TTP after TTP after TTP. They're talking to more people, and the more people you talk to, the more meetings you have to do, because you know everybody can't get to Thursday, so they may be able to do Wednesday, or they may be able to do Saturday, or they may be able to do Tuesday. So we just said, when we told them, we said, listen, just do them, just do your TTPs, and now we have enough people around them to help with the training and help get things done. So that's always helpful. But you're right, we're just going to have to spread out and do more and more separately, and then all the ones we can get to for the big ones together, we can do that as well. But there's so many things that are happening, and so many new people coming into the business, asking great questions. Mm-hmm. I had a call with a couple people from Detroit yesterday, and they're excited about what's going on. They have great prospects who had some great questions. I mean, this is what happens when you get into the momentum, as Mel always talks about. When a company goes into momentum, things start happening a lot faster. And the way you used to handle them, you thought, I got time, I can do this. Well, when you're in momentum, you don't always have the time, because things are coming at you so fast, just like with all these CTVs. They just it's almost like overnight. It's like bam, 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 bam. They're all there. So that's what happens with momentum. Momentum helps you build your business faster, and it shortens that learning curve that you have in any business. It doesn't matter where you go to. If it's a new business, you got a learning curve that you got to overcome, because you got to get acclimated to the company. You got to get acclimated to the product. You got to, get the language. There's a whole lot of things that you have to learn about that company in order to get through the learning curve. But once you get through the learning curve, then you get into the earning curve, and that's the great thing. So if you can shorten the learning curve, you can get to your earning curve a lot quicker, and that's what momentum does. Momentum helps you to shorten the learning curve so people can start earning right away. And that's the main thing, is getting people a check. When people get a check, they really believe in this company. Wow, I got my first check. And so we want to make sure that everybody gets to that first check so they can get motivated, stay motivated, and be excited, because that's going to get them motivated to get the team builder, get the executive, and do the same thing with their members. So really excited about what we're doing, and love that we have in Community TPP.
We're quickly becoming a household brand, and we said that last year during the pre-launch that we see our vitamin sprays being the number one product around the globe, in every household across the world, and that's happening. But we also, Pastor Del, received hot off the press just this morning. Did you see the email that there's a pre-launch in Malaysia? Mm-hmm. Did you see that? Did you see that? We're just opening around the globe. So, family, I'm telling you, you better spread the word. You never know where a tent is going to pop up. We just pre-launched. We just opened in Puerto Rico just a few weeks ago, and as you know, in Mexico and Philippines and Dubai and India. So, and we're going into Canada. We're going into the UK. Anita Poole is just waiting for the button to be pushed there, and that's just going to wow. I just can't wait for that to happen as well. And so we're just popping up all over the place. So wherever you have people, friends, and guests, don't limit yourself within your borders. You better get on the phone and start calling your friends from around the world, because you don't know where 10 is going to pre-launch at next. It just may be, and you're in a place where you have a whole boatload of folks, and you'll be the first one to get them into the company. So get out there and share. Now, Pastor, we have a lot of great leaders that are popping up in 10, and they're coming in strong. They're seeing this vision, and they are running with it. And we have a young lady on the call with us today. She is a great leader on our team. She's been in the business now for a couple of months, and she's growing a powerful team. Her business partner is her daughter, who's doing a wonderful job along with her. She's very passionate about 10. She loves the results that her customers are getting from the 10 sprays, and she's going to share with us this morning a few testimonies on how 10 vitamin sprays help with high blood pressure. She was dealing with high blood pressure and a few other challenges that she was faced with. So we're going to hear from her this morning. How did 10 sprays help to get her high blood pressure within normal range? So let us welcome to the call from Lanham, Maryland, Miss Sheila McDuffie. Sheila, are you there?
Good morning. I am here.
Well, good morning, Sheila. How are you doing? I don't need to ask how you're doing. I already know how you're doing.
I'm great. I am great. Good morning, 10 family and future family members. I am the soon-to-be one-star millionaire in the making, Sheila Taylor McDuffie from Lanham, Maryland, and I bring you greetings from the DMV. Now, I want to share with you what these phenomenal vitamin sprays are doing in my life and the lives of others dear to me. I started taking the vitamin sprays about 2 months ago. I take all of the vitamins. I take vitamin D, vitamin B, Slim 10, Super 10, and Cell Energy. With the Slim by 10 that I've taken, I have now lost 5 pounds and inches. Tiara, my daughter, has lost 13 pounds. Well, you know, she's younger and her metabolism is different, and she's already lost 13 pounds. Now, my husband, mind you, he's also lost about 12 pounds, and I am just amazed at him losing that much weight. Well, when we were introduced to these products in March, we were trying to lose weight. So guess what? We were introduced to something at the right time by my brother-in-law, Paul, and my sister, Frida. So we all began to take all of the vitamins. Vitamin D and vitamin B has allowed my husband and I to reduce the intake of prescription pills for high blood pressure. Mm-hmm. I just went to the doctor. I went to 2 doctors in the past week. I went to my regular doctor, and he noticed, he took my blood pressure. And I hadn't been taking my blood pressure pills. I just really wanted to see how these products was going to actually change my pressure, because I really do not want to take medicine. I really do not want to take prescription medicine. But, you know, I do have wisdom, and I know at some point in time you may have to take something. So if it's going to help you, you do want to take it. So when I went to my doctor and he took my pressure, he said my pressure was really good. And I then informed him what I was doing. As well as prior to that, maybe in September, I went to my doctor and I was telling him about my energy level. So I really wanted to share with him what I was doing, because now I'm on the B boost, the vitamin D, and my life is feeling, you know, my health is feeling better. I feel like I got life and energy, and I wanted to share it with him, and I did. So he, in turn, he looked at the information he took and said I would definitely take a look at it. So he examined my throat, because my throat was a little swollen, and it still is. And 2 years ago, I went to have had my thyroid checked because it was swollen. So he referred me to another doctor just this past week, and I went to visit the doctor, and he took my blood pressure. Now, when he took my pressure, he said, "Oh, your blood pressure is really good." And I said, "What is it?" And he said it was 111/78. And I said, "Wow, is that just low?" He said, "No, that's good." See, what we think our blood pressure should be, a normal rating is 120/80. And I guess that's just a normal gauge. But anything lower than that is really good. So I was excited. So, of course, I told him, and, you know, sometimes they're, you know, a little apprehensive to receive information about something that you're doing that is not going to require you to get a prescription from them. So I was happy to know that, you know, something that I'm taking is changing my life. On Thursday, and, you know, on last week, we had several testimonies about vitamin B and how they were changing the lives of vision. L.A. mentioned that his eyesight had changed, and Mr. Ford was on the call, and he mentioned that his vision had changed. And I mentioned at the TTP that I hope when I go to the doctor, which was on Friday, that I would come back with a report that my vision had changed. I just want you to know, you know, just be careful what you say and what you ask for, because guess what? I received what I was hoping for. my eyes had changed. My vision had changed. It had changed from 400 to 350. I said, okay, so what does that mean? So obviously, I don't have 20/20 vision, so it was 2400. But guess what? Now it's 2350. But that's just like 2.5 months of taking something that really can help. So what will it be like in maybe 6 more months from now? Who knows? But I was happy to share that again with my then eye doctor. And I gave him the information, and, he mentioned, we have things for your eyes as well. And I said, okay, that's great, but I just want you to know what I'm taking, and it's actually helping my vision. Now, I realize that, we sometimes just have to speak the thing into existence. And because that was something that I was thinking about, so sometimes what you think about, you bring about. And I know, we had the ability to speak those things into existence. So, yes, I am saying that I am the soon-to-be one-star, shining star, Sheila Taylor McDuffie. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about my wonderful husband, Gregory, who fell from a ladder at work and broke his neck in 3 places about 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. He's had numerous surgeries and been in a lot of pain and have been taking a lot of pain medicine. And he also has a condition, and I believe that Samantha has it as well, the ankylosing spondylitis, which means he can't hardly turn his neck, and, he can't reach, he can't do certain things. So for him to fall off the ladder and have that was just awful. So Gregory, like I said, has been taking a lot of medicines, pain medicine, pain breakthrough medicine, for a long period of time. And recently, and he's been taking all of the medicine, all of the vitamins. And he began to stop taking some of his breakthrough pain medicine. And mind you, he has a pharmacy all in it itself. He has asthma, he has high blood pressure, and he was taking Percocet, Galupitin for nerve, oxycodone, Oxycontin, everything you can think of for pain. And he's been in pain for so long, he then decided, nothing was really helping to get a pain pump injected into him, which is, a little difficult because it allows him not to do some of the things that, he really would like to do. But the pain then automatically feeds him actually morphine so that it relieves some of the pain in his body. But the pump is on like his right side. And now that he's losing weight, it's looking kind of strange. Because if you lose weight in your stomach and your belly, and then you have this little bulge over here, he's beginning to think about this pain pump. So we're just going to be praying about what's going to happen in the future about the pain pump. So in the meantime, he has reduced the intake of these medicines, these narcotics that he has been taking. So since then, our social life has changed tremendously because of that, the limited mobility in him. We, like to go out socially and would always like to dance. I'm definitely a dancer, came up dancing. So we don't get to dance too often, but that's okay. But every now and then when we have an opportunity, I really do like to dance. So we went to an event. It was a retirement party for one of his classmates who he went to elementary school with. So on Friday night, we get dressed up. I'm looking real cute with real cute shoes on. And we go out to this event with all of his friends from childhood and buddies and his brother and family. So we get there, and they play all this old school music. A lot of hand dancing is really, popular in that era. So, there's a lot of twirling and turning and all of this. So we got there, and song after song, Gregory, asked that I want to dance. And so I said, yes, I danced and danced. But I just want you to know, I didn't really get tired of dancing. My feet was tired because when my body was tired, I was like, okay, Gregory, guess what? You can ask somebody else to dance if you like. It's okay. Because really, he had gotten such energy, and his body has been feeling so much better in the relief of his pain that he didn't feel any pain while he was up there dancing. So that brought attention to him. I mean, his friends, they know what he has gone through. So someone asked him, said, Gregory, what are you doing? And Gregory said, well, I've been taking these vitamin sprays. And, of course, that prompted some more conversation, but I'm always ready. But I respected what my husband said to me prior to. We're going to an event, and let's keep it, that it's an event, that it's social, and that we're going to just dance and have a good time, and it's not going to be business for me. So what he kindly said to him, my wife will be glad to tell you about it, and she'll give you a call, and she'll tell you more about the vitamin. Because, of course, I had a vitamin spray in my purse and be glad to share it with anyone who really wanted to know about it. So Gregory mentioned cell energy. That really did increase his stamina. I'm like, oh, my gosh. And I guess it reduced the muscle and joint pain. Wow. So, bottom line, all of those products has really worked and changing his life and his ability to really move and just to get his life back. So this morning, I really wanted to, I reached out to the gentleman who was asking about it, and just coincidentally, I spoke to him this morning before the conference call. And he, too, had some of the same illnesses. He has asthma, he has this, and he did say that he's been taking all of these pharmaceuticals that really not changing his life at all, changing his condition at all. So he's very open, because that was a live testimony of seeing someone in action, someone, who couldn't hardly move the previous event that we went to, that now he can see for himself. So he wants to know. So I'm inviting him out on Thursday. He said he wanted to take the information to a doctor. And I did want to say to him, doctors are great, and I'm not knocking doctors, but, doctors are not going to be as happy to hear about all of these products that's really changing people's lives, and that's going to cause them not to be able to produce more prescriptions that are really not working for people. So he said he would do that, and I said, please do. Take it to your doctor, and here's the information. And I gave him the information so that he could share, so he could see what his doctor would recommend. To have my dad, who actually has diabetes, he took his D-Power to the doctor, and the doctor did say it's okay for you to take. So we do know that what we have are very good products, and they're good for you, that will they're actually just changing people's lives. So I just want you all to look out for the coming soon testimony, the removal of the pain pump. Watch out, because when that happens, oh, child, you talking about dancing, you might see me dance, jump, and do a flip somewhere, because that will really make a difference in my husband's life as well as my life. Thank you for having me, and thank you for listening. And I hope this has inspired someone to action and someone to just share these products and what they're doing with everyone you come in contact with. And I do want to say, the more you take the product and the more you feel a result from yourself, that, it's just enough to make someone just want to try the product. I can sell products, and that's not a problem. I just, on last Thursday, I was at the hairdresser, and I went in there, a couple of people, I talk to people right in my in my space. Whatever they said, I don't know if they paid me a compliment or whatever, and I don't even know how it led to the product. But I had a lady sit right next to me, and she bought 4 products just like that. I shared with her this little flyer that I have, and she said, well, I need all 4. I said, you really do? She said, I need all 5. I said, you really do? So she said, well, let me just take these right now, and then I'll do the other 2 later. But guess what she did? She took 2 Slim, 1B and 1D, and said, I'll come back for Super Tips and Cell Energy. And I'm going to follow up with her to make sure that she's doing okay with those products, and looking forward to supplying her with the rest of the products, because guess what? We need all of the products, and we need to package it where we're selling all of the products, because they're working and changing people's lives for the better. Back to you, Pastor Denise. Pastor Dale.
I'm sitting here just smiling after hearing you share your story about your husband. Tell me, how long had it been since he'd been able to dance prior to taking this sprays? How long has he been?
Okay, I will tell you. Yeah, years. Okay, and I wanted to go back, like a couple of years, like 4 or 5 years. Okay, this happened in 2009, and we went somewhere. Maybe that happened in November, and I think maybe in March or April, we went to our marriage retreat, and they always had some dancing or whatever. So he did something, and I felt bad. He couldn't dance. It's okay, correctly. Couldn't dance. A couple of other things. So it's been years. We went to the Obama inauguration.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we went to that just recently, and Griffey had just came out of the hospital, but he wanted to go, and he wanted to dance. And so we got on the floor, and he danced a dance and said, okay, that's all I can do. I'm going to sit in the car. I was like, he didn't even want to sit in the rest of the place. He was so exhausted. He was in so much pain. He said, I'm going to sit. You enjoy yourself. You sit right here and enjoy yourself, but I'm going to sit. So that was when? That was just a couple of years ago? Just the second term.
Wow.
So he has not been able to, we went to another event not long ago. It was in February. Our sister-in-law had a 60th birthday party, and Paula Frida went. We invited them. And I don't even remember dancing with Gregory at all, to be honest. I was, nice and dressed up cute, but I've gotten, I adapted to that, and it was okay. It was okay. But God knows I really love to dance. So, and that's how you get exercise. At least I get mine if I do it every now and then. So I don't really recall. So it's been years, Pastor Denise.
Oh, my goodness. That this is what I love about it, and that is what Melanie and Gil love to hear, how people are just getting their life back. And to some people, it may not be a big thing. Okay, he can dance, but the big thing is that he was not able to dance for years. And now because of the vitamin sprays, he's now doing something that he enjoyed doing. And I know Sheila's a dancer. Her and her sister, Frida, they're just little dancing machines. I've seen them. But what I also want to, Melissa Honeybee, I know Melissa's on the call with us today. Melissa, Sheila said, and Sheila shared about the testimony of her vision improving because of the sprays. Lawrence Anderson shared how his vision improved because of the sprays. And Anthony Ford shared how his vision improved because of the sprays. Now, Melissa Honeybee, I know you're with us, and you do a wonderful review of the spray service from time to time. Can you just share what is it with these sprays and the vision that's helping the vision?
Well, Pastor Denise, we actually are mainly, Americans are deficient in all vitamins because we don't eat the foods don't have the nutrition because of hormones and so forth that, are placed or pesticides. So therefore, with our bee boost, it has, B6, B12, and B3. Believe it or not, those ingredients, along with the Super 10, which has, I don't know if you know, but the aloe vera creates folic acid. And also the D vitamin and our D power, that combination reduces the risk of any macular degeneration. It stops the blurred vision, and it starts correcting the issues that we have due to deficiencies. So therefore, when we add the vitamins that we're deficient in, everything starts correcting itself back to a normal state. Not to say that we're treating or curing, it's just that we're deficient so badly, that's why we're having these impairments. So once you start getting your body soundly fed properly, you're noticing changes as something that could have been prevented a long time ago. We just didn't have that knowledge because we're a pharmaceutical world instead of a holistic or natural world. So therefore, now with 10 coming out, we're seeing remarkable changes because our body is deficient in all these vitamins. And this is the key for prevention. We have the tool for prevention. And that's why, inflammation starts in the eyes. So you've got your Super 10. You've got blurry vision. It takes B6, B12, and folic acid. There's your Super 10 with the folic acid and the aloe vera. So these are all healing elements. They're feeding elements, and it's what our body was meant to have, is natural products. And so therefore we're giving it what it needs, and we're seeing these vast changes. And we think it's amazing, which it is, but it's something that we should have been doing a long time ago, and 10 has the answer for it.
Wow, Melissa, when I hear you say that, And I know everyone else is listening and thinking, wow, it's just so plain and simple. It's not even complicated. Well, I don't get it. I don't understand why people cannot understand the importance of nutrition. You said that when the body gets these vitamins that it's deficient in, the body starts correcting itself. And it's just so true. I'm a living witness of that. I mean, say that again. Yeah. Say that again. They need to understand that.
Well, we a long time ago, our ancestors lived off of, plants and whatever they hunted. So, and they were out in the sun. They were active. They weren't behind desks. They weren't eating McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. They weren't eating processed foods. They were farming. They were getting natural stuff. So less illnesses. Nowadays, we live by convenience. So therefore, we are not getting what our bodies need. So therefore, we have to supplement to prevent diseases or disorders. So therefore, we must feed our bodies what it's deficient in. We have the natural products with the best, greatest ingredients in it, and our body is correcting itself, again, with the nutrients that tin is providing. And so, yes, it seems amazing. It's just science, believe it or not. It's smart science. It's not pharmaceuticals. It's natural sources that tin is able to provide for us. And everyone, and I mean everyone, from babies all the way up to our elderly, should be on these products. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We need to be on these products if we want to live a healthy life, a pain-free life, a life that, is worth living. We only have one to live. Let's do this right. Mm-hmm. So, and my thing is, I hate to say this, but we don't have health care, we have sick care. And I've said that before. Mm-hmm. Our insurance is sick care. It's no longer health care. Tin has health care. Tin has the health care. Mm. We can use these tools to prevent illnesses and to prevent issues. And this is the health care. This is the health care system that we need. And that's pretty much it. I mean, being a physician's assistant for over 25 years, I was in the pharmaceutical way. That's how I was trained. I went to college. We learned pharmaceuticals. That's how we're trained. When I kept getting sicker and sicker and choosing things, and then I saw this product, and I almost wanted to smack myself. Why didn't I think of this? Well, you know what? I didn't think of this. I didn't create this, but I surely jumped in with both feet, forward, ready to go, because I knew this is going to change lives. This is going to prevent a lot of people from a lot of pain down the road. And it's proven. The testimonies are out there. Just listening to the testimonies today, I mean, it's what our body needs to stay healthy. And we've got it, and we need to share, and we need to spray, and we need to get everyone involved. I mean, it's going to be a common household name. It's going to be on everyone's bathroom. It's going to be in their pockets. It's going to be everywhere. So, get the word out. This is the healthcare system. This is what we need to stay healthy and for all ages.
Girl, I see it. I'm telling you, and this is something, what God designed the body, and we know this. Mm-hmm. God designed this body. I mean, He's the master builder. Come on, He created this, and this body is designed to protect itself. That's the one thing to do. Its main purpose is to protect itself. But we also have to put in this body the same thing that this body is made out of. And that's how we teach young people. And one of the principles we teach them is whatever you come out of, which is the dust, the dirt of the ground, all those minerals and vitamins and stuff, whatever you come out of, you must remain in and partake of in order to live. So when we start putting things in our body that's what it's not made out of, well, then that's when you start having challenges. That's when you start falling apart. That's when you're walking with death and not with life. So, my goodness, Melissa Honeybee, I could talk to you all day long, but let's bring on Pastor Dell. Pastor Dell, you stated it. Pastor Dell, you there? Anything from Melissa Sheila before we bring the call and go out to Kevin, 1 star for our post for today?
Well, that's basically the thing that Melissa's talking about is what we really need to focus on, is that your body has been deficient in so many areas that just one drop of goodness, it responds, and And that's what it is. These sprays are that drop of goodness that it's been longing for, because year after year after year, it has been going without it. And once it gets that one drop of goodness, every cell in your body goes to try to get it. I want some of it too. And it starts making those corrections in your body. So you start seeing the different things change in your body, start seeing the corrections that's being made in your body. And you got to ask yourself, before 150 years ago, what was people doing? You didn't have big, huge pharmaceutical manufacturing companies 150 years ago. Not 100 years ago you did. So what was people doing over the last 5, 6, 7,000 years? They were, they were healthy, they were eating right, they were living long. So what was it they were doing? They were doing exactly what Melissa was saying. They were getting their foods from the earth. As Hippocrates says, let thy food be thy medicine. So food is medicine. You just have to have the right type of food, and that's what we've not had. We've not had the right type of food. So I'm excited that she brought that out, because people want to know, well, how does this stuff work so fast? Why does it work so fast? And that's what's happening, that your body is finally getting what it has come out of, and it is wanting to remain in particular, so it can live. And so we're starting to see so many dramatic changes in people's lives, and it baffles me. I hear people's story, and I'm like, wow, just spraying? That's all? But that's what it is that they're getting something that it's been longing for, and they're not had a chance to have until now.
You know what? I think there's something that we can confess now that we're adults. But Asadel, Sheila, Melissa, you all know. Tell the truth. Don't be ashamed. When you were younger, Asadel talked about the things that we used to eat when we were younger. Y'all know you had to take a handful of dirt and eat it. Now tell the truth, didn't you?
I love dirt. I really did. I really did enjoy it. I especially love the dirt off of a potato.
Oh yeah. Well, we can't do that now, because that dirt is not the same. It's not See, that's why we're so healthy. Melissa's laughing. We wore that dirt out, made mud pies and everything, right?
Yep. Not good idea.
Well, but I love it. The body will start correcting itself, and that is just the truth, because I'm a living witness to that. And Sheila was saying herself, who was dealing with high blood pressure, and she's taking the sprays, and now her high blood pressure is within normal range. And these are the testimonies and stories that we're getting every day on a daily basis. Well, it's been a great holiday. Thank you so much, Sheila, for sharing your story with you and your husband. And Melissa, thank you for being there to get that information as well. Kevin Vaughn, Atlanta, Georgia. Are you there, sir?
How's my business partners doing out there? Can you hear me okay? One star. Y'all excited out there today? Woo! I tell you, boy, it is incredible what is going on. Sheila, you and your husband are amazing. Melissa, you're amazing already, aren't you? I love it. What a great call today. Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, we thank you so much for all you do for the entire team globally. I wanted to put that in there because you guys do some awesome things to keep these things going. One thing, Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, I wanted to tell you guys about is that you guys always got me thinking about this wonderful business here. Now, Amy, thank you so much for opportunity. Now TTP has another acronym for it. TTP now stands for telling the people. Come on now, tell the people. Right, and it goes along with share and invite and invite. So you want to tell the people, ladies and gentlemen, about these wonderful businesses. One thing also, too, Pastor, I wanted to share with everybody, because we're doing this in Atlanta, and these are people that we know, people that we may have met when you have their business card, as far as getting more people in front of this wonderful opportunity. Guess what, Pastor? We're just asking people to simply, can you bring some people together? Can you have a quick meeting? Can you put, whether it's office, at their home, if this is at their home, of course, it's for their warm market people that they know. Can you pull some people together? I'm going back through my list of people that I know personally and say, hey, can you pull some of your family people together? I'm coming over, and don't even tell them what it is. Just pull the people together. We're going to talk vitamin deficiency. We're going to talk your health, and people are putting people together real quickly. You can have 5 or 10 different people in the room, guys, and get that excited. So think about that. Just ask your people, your friends, family members, loved ones. Just pull some people together. do a presentation for them, guys, and believe me, you're going to grow even more than you are right now. You talk about TTPs. I believe, Pastor, the TTPs are going to be on the hour, every hour on the hour. They're getting close to that right now where you're going to have TTPs all around the globe on every hour, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be exciting, and we're just real excited about you. But keep telling the people, ladies and gentlemen, as Mel and Amy Gill say, share, and invite, and invite. Wow, I'm just excited about that and what is going on in our wonderful company and what our teams are doing all across the land. Well, Pastor Denise, are you ready for some exciting quotes today? Are you ready?
Yes.
I tell you, guys get fired up because this week yesterday when Nikisha was on, and this week's theme for me and for everybody, if you want to take this one, is Just Do It Week. This is a Just Do It Week, Pastor. Just do it. After hearing Nikisha yesterday and everybody, and also Anita Poole and you guys yesterday, it was incredible. So this is the Just Do It Week. So these quotes are for the Just Do It Week, and we're just excited about you guys keeping this thing rolling. Hey, the first quote comes from Wanda Sykes. She says, if you feel like there's something out there that you're supposed to be doing, if you have the passion for it, then stop wishing and just do it. Come on now. No more wishing, right? We're all doing it. I know Pastor Denise loves that one. Just do it. And the next quote comes from Marion Wright. It says, if you don't like the way the world is, you change it. You can have an obligation to change it. You must have an obligation to change it. You must do it one step at a time. That's what it's all about. That's what Mel has been talking about, building his business one person at a time, one step at a time, ladies and gentlemen. Here, our next quote is, never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. Guess what? The time will pass anyway, and guess what? Your dreams will come true. Keep rolling. And the last quote of the day, this is for everybody. I want y'all to take this one and run with it. It simply says, I can and I will. Back to you, Pastor Denise. I'm excited. I'm getting my 10. Getting ready to spray some 10 on me here real quick. God bless you.
I can and I will. And guess what?
That's right, Pastor.
I must. You must do what
right.
needs to be done. So, family, it's been a great talk today. Join the Spanish call. It's going to start in another 30 minutes at the same number. Also, tonight at 8 o'clock p.m., you want to join Mr. T and Show Me the Money. The testimony is going to be on that call tonight. You don't want to miss it. This same number, same access code at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be followed by Pat Lowe's call. Pat Loeb and her handsome husband and Melissa Honeybee and Cheryl, all those wonderful great leaders on that call at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want more in the evening, tune in, get all that you can and run with it. Invite your friends and guests and family, plug them into these calls so they can hear the passion and the testimonies and the life-changing stories that are taking place every day as a result of taking our vitamin sprays. And don't forget, if you haven't done so already, mark your calendar for September. The tentative date is September 27th for the 10 University. So it's September 27th for 10 University. Mark your calendar and make sure that you are making plans to be there and to have your guests here in our nation's capital as the East Coast hosts the next 10 events. Also, there is a promotion on the table. Don't forget about it. Sign 3 new business partners to the Diamond Package, and you receive a free mini iPad. That promotion has started June the 1st, and it's going until June the 18th. Also, win a trip to Disney World. Take your whole family to Disney World. You're going to win it anyway. So as you're working, you're going to be compensated for all the great things you're doing. So go ahead and become a 1-star. Just invite your friends and guests and your family, plug them in, share the business, and you can be a 1-star before you realize it. You can do it, you can, you will, and you must. Become a 1-star in this business, and you will win a trip to Disney World, all expenses paid by Team Effort International. Family, thank you for being here with us today. It's been a pleasure. I enjoy you all. Be back on the call again tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sheila McDuffie, thank you so much. Melissa Honeybee, love you so much. Pastor Dale, Kevin, guys, know this. You are all loved, and you are greatly appreciated.
Greatly appreciated, definitely.
God bless you all.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.